So basically, if you spray 100 roaches with a chemical, it may kill 95 of them. The remaining 5 are resistant to that pesticide and could pass that gene on to their offspring. Our second expert says even though the study is accurate, the headlines circulating are a bit exaggerated since there are still many ways to kill those crawlers, including the heel on your shoe. So we verified, yeah, some cockroaches are becoming immune to some types of pesticides. Yikes. All right, your social media feed is crawling with news that's hard to believe. Let us set it straight. Have something you want verified? Reach out to me directly. I'm on Facebook and Twitter at AdamLongoTV, Instagram as well. You can also email the whole team, verify@WUSA9.com. Showers and storms are back tomorrow, and that's a big problem for some of our neighbors. They are still dealing with flood damage from Monday. The managers at Westover Market say they lost thousands of dollars in equipment, supplies, and food. They're working to reopen. Ayers Variety and Hardware is open, but things are pretty bad there. Water flooded the basement.
We had probably $100,000 worth of merchandise in our basement. We can't claim any of it because it's all considered act of God.
So the electricity in the Westover shopping center was cut off. Businesses are running on generators that cost $25,000.
I mean, what's his insurance for if you can't get that covered? It's so sad.
Yeah, it's one of those perpetual questions.
What?
So now we've got more rain coming in tomorrow, and then the possibility of a larger system that is tropical in nature.
Yeah, now it's tropical. It's going to be a tropical depression here shortly. Winds are 30 miles an hour, so it has some circulation, and it's about 240 miles southeast of Morgan City. Now, the watches haven't changed. We're still looking at hurricane watch along most of the Louisiana coast, tropical storm watch east side, and also into portions of Mississippi, but mainly it's hurricane watch across the board. So here's the deal. The storm is retrograded southward, westward. Now it's starting to turn just a little bit to the north and west. So by Friday morning at 7 o'clock, it's going to be a high-end tropical storm, winds 70 miles an hour. And at landfall, it still appears it could be a Category 1. This is 6:30 Saturday evening, so it could make landfall maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock Saturday evening. And again, we're still pretty far out to be that granular, but that's what the models are telling us now. By 11 o'clock on Sunday, winds are down to 40 miles an hour as it's on the border of Arkansas and Louisiana. So we're not so much concerned about a windstorm. We're concerned about a rainstorm. And, you know, they already had tremendous amounts of rain earlier today in New Orleans, about 4 inches, 5 inches. This is 5 o'clock on Saturday. See that little bullseye? Watch that just move northward. So by 5 o'clock on Sunday, almost 7 inches of rain in New Orleans, almost 4 inches in Jackson. We'll take you all the way to Tuesday morning. 8 inches New Orleans, 6 inches in Jackson, and even Columbus has 3.5 inches of rain. So that's what we're concerned about for that. As far as we're concerned, I think it's going to dissipate before it moves toward us late next week. Okay. Camp. This is kind of serious because some of these storms will affect the campers tomorrow. Morning is fine. Temps around 70 or so, 76. Could be a shower, but then 82 at 10 o'clock, 87 at 1 o'clock, 86 at 4 o'clock, and especially by 4 o'clock, there could be some big storms rolling, especially west of town by 4 o'clock. So keep that in mind for the campers. All right, headlines. Here's the deal. We haven't really changed too much. Still have a yellow weather alert. We talked about that since Monday. Strong to severe storms tomorrow. We could have a shower or two, or an isolated storm for the morning commute. That's not the problem. The problem is the evening commute, 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That's going to be the kind of the time. So impacts. We showed you the threats earlier. Impacts. Wet commutes, high. Down trees, low. Again, the ground's pretty saturated. Doesn't take much wind, knock down a tree now. Flooding, moderate. And then power outages, we're going to keep that low as well. So we're okay tomorrow morning. Maybe a sprinkle or a shower. Temp 70s. By 9:30, you're still okay. But then by 1 o'clock, we see some showers developing out to the west, out toward Cumberland and south and west. And they just blossom as they move across I-81. I mean, it's a pretty good line of storms at 5 o'clock. And even some storms running ahead of it could be severe or heavy. By 6:30, still storms moving through the metro area around the teeth of the Beltway. 85 with tropical downpours. Good news, by 9 o'clock, all the severe weather is gone. It will take a while for the rest of the showers and storms, though, to dissipate overnight tomorrow. 88 Thursday, yellow weather alert, 92 on Friday, isolated storm, 92 on Saturday. We're going to keep Saturday dry, not too humid either. And it should be okay for DC United Friday night. Sunday, isolated storm, wouldn't plan around it, dry on Monday, back in the low 90s next Tuesday and Wednesday with more isolated storm. We will be right back after this.
The VA Guaranteed Home Loan helps veterans become homeowners. But for some vets, the government is charging them fees they don't owe. More than $286 million